karibuni sana to the Mind Talk Show. My name is Lynn, I'm mental wellness coach. In today's topic, I'm still on the children, and I want to talk about the relationship you have with your child. Do you think you have the best relationship with your child? I want you to assess yourself. Remember, our children are part of us, and we should be proud of them, and we should try each and every day to make sure the relationship we have with our children is the best. And I've seen many parents struggling with their children's behaviors, with their children negative behaviors, because their children are doing this and that, and maybe they don't like it. And it is good for me to talk about the relationship you have with your child. Remember, if you don't build a good relationship with your child, you may not be able to control your child, or you may not be able to manage your child's behavior. So your relationship matters a lot. Now, this is a case of you find a parent is talking this side and the child is saying this other side. Like they are not in the same pair. The child does not listen to the parents. Because I've seen many children maybe coming to me saying that me and my mother, we don't go together. I don't know what's wrong with her. They don't understand each other. So how do you build this relationship with your child? How do you make sure that you have the best relationship with your child? Because this one matters a lot. It do matter. Now, you know, for toddlers, you have to be at their, like you have to be like them. If it's going to the floor, making block house, doing such kind of a thing, you have to lower yourself to be like a baby so that you can build that connection. You get? Because if you just be you, an adult, it will never work. And for adolescents, you have to be like, you have to enjoy somehow, even when you don't enjoy it. You have to enjoy video games, you have to enjoy movies, whatever it is they are watching, you have to enjoy. Like my son likes reading some novel, so I have to enjoy. I have to read it. Yeah, I mean, I have to make him happy, even when it doesn't make sense. This is one way you can make your relationship work with your child. And emphasize on the importance of family. Once in a while, or at least once a day, you have to take a meal together as a family. Don't be so rigid, like yours is good night, good morning. It will never work for you, because now you don't create that time for your child. It is very wrong. You have to be present in their life so that they can feel you. They can feel your impact. Okay? So long as you're alive, create time for your children. I think maintain a positive communication. Remember, communication is everything in children's life. Don't rule out communication. And you have to have you have to know tips on how to communicate, especially to teenagers. In my last episode, I talked about how the language, the communication you make with your teenage, which is not the same as the one you make with a toddler. You know, a toddler is just is going, you rule them, you command them here and there. But for a teenager, they have a certain way. They want their things done. Remember, they know everything at this particular age. So you have to know, you have to have the language, you have to have the tactics. If you don't, they will go ahead of you. Yeah, they will be ahead of you and you will be left behind. And by the time you reach where they are, they have gone. You've lost your children. So communication is very, very key. Remember to practice active listening. You have to give them time to speak, and you actively listen. Because many a times you find parents want their children to listen to them. But for them to listen to them, it's quite not easy. You think you know everything. That is a parent. You think you know everything. You think your child can never tell you anything because they grew just the other day. What can they tell you? They don't have anything. You think they don't have the brain, especially teenagers. Give them time. Listen to what they have to say, and it has to be active. Active, I mean, if they have come and they want to address something, or they want you to address something, you have to put away your phone. You have to like put the TV off so that you can have this special time for them. And one thing I told you about teenagers is that they don't like you, like looking, that eye contact. They hate it. They feel that you're intimidating them. They feel that you're choking them. You're evading their space. So what do they want? They want, or they speak best, or they talk best when they are encouraged to do some activity. Like for example, you want to ask your daughter about her relationship, her love life. You can do it when you're baking a cake. You can do it when you're cooking chapatis. You can do it when you're cooking any other food. In that way they will speak, because there is no that eye contact, and already there's that friendship because of what you're sharing at that particular moment. So they will speak. And for the boys, you can if maybe you're driving, you're going for, you want to get something from your supermarket, you can talk at this particular point. And remember, the importance of having a meal together is, this is the best time for you to initiate or to spark that communication. There's something, because you want to know each and every child. Remember, each and every child is very special. You don't have to mix children. Attend to each and every person, child personally, because in this you will know this one likes football, this one likes basketball, this one likes swimming. You will know the interest of children differently. You don't have to mix them. And you must create time as a parent for each and every child, because they are special in some ways, and they have, of course, a part in your life. So you have to create that time for them. And there's something that I found out that is very interesting. Use the 3 F's. What do I mean by 3 F's? I mean, be firm. When you speak with a command. Let them know that if it's rules, you don't break rules. You stick to the rules, and that's it. There's nothing else. So stay firm. Another F means be fair. Be fair meaning, when you're giving out judgment, don't give extraordinary, excessive, discipline, or not even discipline, that consequence. For example, a child has done something wrong. You don't have to give a punishment that is out of this world, that a child cannot manage. Just give something that a child can be able to manage. This one will help you to be fair. They will know that, oh, okay, I did this wrong, but at least what mama has told me, or dad, it makes a lot of sense, and it will build that trust. Another F stands for friendly. Be friendly. Don't be so harsh. Those parents who are very harsh. The way we grew up, they are like, we grew up in homes whereby parents were very, very harsh. You break a plate, you die for it. I mean, you are going to be skinned alive. You're going to be beaten. You're going to be, done a lot of stuff. Just a plate. A simple plate. Don't be so harsh on these kids. Just be friendly. Whatever you give, let it stand, and be consistent. One thing that has broken or that has made our children not even to comply with whatever is inconsistent of parents. We have a lot of inconsistent. Today we are punishing this bad behavior. Tomorrow we are giving them out. Like we are letting them be. This can never work. If you continue like this, it will never work for you. Another important thing, if you want to build that strong relationship with your children, make sure you include them in decision making, especially those teenagers. Yes, they feel good when you include them in decision making. You ask, oh, John, come here. What do you think about the meal today? What do you want to eat? Let them make decisions, because you're also teaching them, or you're training them to be men who can make decisions, who are problem solving. And then sometimes let them experience some problems and let them solve it. Because and once you have a problem, you yourself as a parent, come and share with them. Especially you can give them stories, how you grew up. This one motivates them. For example, you were being bullied when you were in school, those old days. How did you manage? How did you come out as a winner? Teach them these tactics. Teach them these things. They love to listen. They love it. They love it when you talk to them about your childhood, how you grew up, the things you liked, the things you shared, the games, the hobbies. They like. And they will like to listen. Now, how to strengthen parent-child relationship. I've talked some of the few things, but I'm gonna add some few things. Like show love. Show your children that you love them. Let them know that they are the best. Okay? Even when they do a bad thing, just incorporate them. Accommodate them. But later, you can caution them, you can talk to them, you can do whatever you want to do. You can give them the best consequence that you know that can work. It doesn't have to be so harsh. Another thing, show your children the love. That particular love. That is all they need. If they know that you're there for them, if they know that you're standing there for them, they will do the best. They will change all their characters that were bad. Because they will know, I want to be a good person so that my mommy can love me, can give me gifts, They have to know that you're there and you're standing for them. Set boundaries. Remember, rules, boundaries, consequences, they go together. And you must be consistent in this. Because this is one of the mistakes that we do. Listen and empathize. Try to listen to these children. They have something. They definitely have something they have to tell you. So listen, give them time to talk, okay? Another thing is, there are some mistakes that parents do that maybe they don't know whether it's a mistake or it's normal. But do you believe that you do mistakes? Do you believe that you have mistakes sometimes? What are these kind of mistakes that we parents sometimes do? Number one mistake. Over or underestimating a problem. Remember, if you if you underestimate a problem, it will grow bigger. It will grow bigger because you didn't know. You're taking it lightly. You're taking it softly. I'm telling you. You're denying these children chances to have that that skill of problem solving. You're making the problem bigger. Imagine you're just seated there and you have been guessing, or you have been told that your child has been doing this and this, and later you realize. By the time you come to realize, they are doing drugs. They have sunk into depression because you underestimated the problem. They had a problem. You never took it up. You were just there. This is one of the worst mistakes that parents do. And we do it all the time. We underestimate. We overestimate. There are other parents who overestimate. Like they make it a big mistake. They make it a big problem. And this one, it makes your children feel ashamed. They feel so fearful. They live in a fearful world, and yet they are growing. Another thing that we usually do a mistake as parents is having unrealistic goals. You're setting a huge goal that your child can never ever achieve. It is a mistake that we usually do constantly. You are setting a target that your child is not capable, especially schooling, academics. You are setting a target. I want you to become number one. If you don't become number one, when those people who come number one, they have two brains. Really? You are saying that to your child? Instead of you encouraging them, tell them, you have become number 15 this time round. I want you to try next time. At least you become number 14. You're encouraging them slowly. You are not putting targets that they can... Because the moment these children never hit those targets, they become... they have low self-esteem. That is number one. They also have fear. And they feel ashamed because they did not achieve the goals that you have set for themselves. So this is something that is eating children and parents' relationship. And if you don't watch out, it can kill any little relationship you have with your child. So watch out about this. Expecting a big thing that can never be achieved. Set smaller goals that can be achieved. It is good. It is good. It's a good start. It's a good ground for you to start. Another thing is There are parents who are not consistent, and I've told you, if you're not consistent, imagine you're punishing this issue, but when it comes to this other issue and it's still a mistake, you're not punishing. So what are you saying? You're saying that your children can do whatever they want. They avoid rules or limits. This is the worst mistake parents do again. They avoid rules. Your child has done something. You don't want to follow rules. You don't want to set those boundaries and stick to them. This one, your child will never trust you because you're neither here, neither here. You're just there. You're neither here nor here. You're just there. You're here. Vugu vugu. You don't know yourself. It is a big mistake that you can ever make. These children, they don't want that. They want you to be, awake, alert all the time. Because if you don't want to do that, it will be a very, very big problem. So stick to the rules that govern the house, the rules that govern the government, the rules that govern everything. Any rule that is set, make sure you stick to it. There is no that this is bigger or this is smaller than this. It has to be a rule. It is a rule. It is followed. It's followed. And remember to start with yourself. You have to start obeying those rules yourself. If you don't do them, they will not do them. Because remember, they are doing what you do. You are their role model. So you have to be a role model. Another mistake is failing to lead by example. You must be a role model to them. Another mistake, failing to listen to your children. I know many parents, they complain a lot. Oh, my child does not listen. Oh, my child does not do what I tell them. Oh, my child does not listen to my advices. Yes, they don't listen because you don't listen too. They are following you. You don't listen to them. They are coming to you. They are talking to you, but you don't listen to them. You don't create time for them. You don't want to hear them. Yours is, hi, good morning. And then, hi, good night. Really? You don't create time. You don't eat with your children. You don't prepare a meal. You don't do those hobbies with them. Because apart from everything, you have to take care of yourself as a parent. You have to take care of yourself. This is the only way you can now manage to take care of your children if you have taken care of yourself. I hope this message helped a mother, a father somewhere. Because I know the schools are going to close and we are going to be stuck as parents. Many a times we are stuck. But I wish and hope by knowing your problems, the problems that you create or those mistakes that you create, and of course knowing how to solve them, and of course knowing how to build a better relationship with your child will help you to grow a relationship that is good with your child. This is what I had for today. From your host. Bye-bye.